Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and it is a double upload kind of day because we are getting the boss information on the next Doom Tower for some new bosses that we have never seen in the game before. The Doom Tower going to be ending in 1 week, and when the Doom Tower flips over to the next rotation of the Doom Tower, I am going to get you my first live reaction to what these bosses are going to look like in terms of their skills that will be part of their kit. We will react live and get you the knowledge as soon as possible, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first up we have got Bommal here, looking very cool. Love the aesthetics. We've got like a magma rhinoceros or something. So okay, let's dive into the skills. I have not read these yet. I'm gonna get you my first kind of context here. So we've got an AoE A1. We're gonna decrease bomb debuff detonation countdowns by 1 turn. Okay, so this guy's gonna be like placing bombs on our team. Also instantly activate any HP burn debuffs on each target. And decreases the duration of those debuffs by 1 turn. Alrighty, A2 going to be an AoE that places the HP burn on each enemy for 3 turns, and then that pairs with the A1 that's going to kind of detonate them. The passive is going to be enemies receive 100% more damage from HP burn debuffs, and for each bomb debuff they are under. So, yeah, resistance, cleansing, that type of stuff going to be a big deal here versus this boss. Removes all buffs from all enemies here on the A3 and then attack them. Places a bomb debuff on each enemy that will detonate after 2 turns. Places 1 additional bomb debuff for each buff removed. So we're going to be really careful with buffing. So here it's just going to be like high resistance and cleansing type things. The bomb debuffs cannot be blocked or removed. Can't be blocked or removed. So can't be cleansed, but they can be resisted, I guess. Okay, so maybe cleanse not going to be as big of a deal as like resistance will be. And then also you're going to want high HP. Bombs ignore defense. So we're going to need high resistance, high HP champions, it looks like. The A4 is going to be Dread minions, places a 50% increased attack buff on Bommal the Dreadhorn for 5 turns. Then summons 2 Dread Bombs and grants an extra turn. So basically getting all those buffs permanently on the boss here for free while bringing the Dread Bomb minions. And then right there is what the Dread Bombs are going to look like. Okay, so the increased attack buff cannot be removed. So it's going to be permanent. So we're going to need like to put decreased attack on this guy for sure. That's going to be a big deal. And then the pressure wave for the A5 going to be each time an enemy places any debuff except bombs on Bommal, will place a bomb debuff on that enemy. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna need to resist a lot of these effects here. Okay, cannot be blocked or removed, but again, they can be resisted. Each time a bomb debuff detonates on an enemy, has a 100% chance of placing a stun on all other enemies for 1 turn. But Bommal receives 200% more damage from bomb debuffs. So, okay, we're gonna need bombs will hit pretty hard against him. You know, your things like Lord Shazar that are placing bombs and things like that. We're gonna need high resistance. We're gonna want to resist some of these things he's trying to do to us. It's gonna be constant debuffing, constantly placing things on us, and then it's got things that can't be blocked. So if you've got like a block debuffs from like a Duchess or something, the bombs are gonna go right through that. So okay, Bommal is definitely gonna be an interesting one to deal with here. And next up, we have got Astranyx. Loving the aesthetic here, kind of like Ray's sister or something. Loving it. Okay, we've got the A1 going to be attack all enemies with a 100% chance of placing a leech debuff. So maybe we're gonna have a situation where this boss is constantly healing and more utility for the destroy set. Okay, and then we're gonna do A2. It's got another AoE, steal 1 random buff. It's gonna steal, not just remove, from each enemy according to the number of magic champions on the enemy team, like magic affinity champions. 1 buff for each magic champion. Steal the turn meter from each enemy. Okay, and according to the number of force champions. So we're gonna get different effects based on the affinity of the enemy. Okay, for each force on the enemy team, 10% for each force champion, 25% chance of placing a true fear debuff for 1 turn for each void. Okay, and it increases by 25% for each void. And then heal Astranyx by 10% of her max HP for each spirit champion. So we could go like a spirit team and then use destroy set. So just constantly lower the max HP with a full spirit team. Maybe something like that is kind of jumping out to me off the top of my head here. And sorry about these. She's got these crazy orbs going on here. I'm going to try to move them out of the way for you as I'm reading here, but I'm just kind of, it's hard to get this on the full page here. Okay, so then we've got the A3 Fairy Storm is going to be another AoE. All living allies will team up and join this attack. Damage increases by 25% for each living ally. So we've got these different orbs right here. They're going to be the allies, I'm assuming. Then we also have Dark Abduction. Banishes one enemy champion and spawns a mirror. Oh, okay, so here's where the minions come in. Okay, banishes one enemy champion, stealing them from their team and putting them on Astranyx's team. Place a fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Increase Astranyx dark energy counter by 1. Okay, then it looks like we have a passive here. Place a perfect veil buff on Astranyx the Dark Fae for 3 turns and spawns mirror copies of all enemies onto Astranyx's team at the start of the battle. So it's not going to steal them. It's going to just spawn a mirror copy. Summon mirror copies of all enemies onto Astranyx's team every time her dark energy counter reaches 5. Okay, so you got to be careful watching that counter. By the A4 there, it's going to raise that up 1 every time. Also place a perfect veil on Astranyx the Dark Fae for 3 turns every time her dark energy reaches 5. So then you would only be able to attack the minions and not her. Astranyx's dark energy resets after it reaches 5, so it won't perpetually do that permanently. It's just going to keep doing that every time it hits 5. You're gonna get that crazy burst of effects and then have to deal with it. Okay, so yeah, very, very interesting. Gonna definitely be some new boss mechanics to go to be added to the game here in the next Doom Tower. So what jumps out to me is Plarium's trying to find a way to make bombs a little bit more desirable. They've always been a little bit underwhelming, kind of underutilized. They can be super impactful, ignoring defense and blowing up, and in the right situation, they can definitely inflict some damage, but you don't ever see them become like meta, and the bomb champions like War Mother and type of stuff have never really been super sought after. So I think Plarium's going to try to find ways to really get bomb debuffs to be incorporated in the game. And then the Astranyx is bringing crazy things to the game. You're going to be able to base the kind of her kit as a boss around the team that you build by basically changing one of her big abilities, her A2, which was on a 3-turn cooldown. You're going to be changing that A2 based off of the affinity of champions that you're using. So it's going to be a different experience for each gamer. Yeah, and then the dark energy counter that's going to be spawning different effects and stuff that you have to deal with. And then we've never really seen in Raid where you're able to steal a champion from another team and place it on your team. So yeah, gonna be wild. I think Astranyx is gonna be a little bit more crazy in terms of new mechanics coming to the game. And then Bommal is definitely gonna have some interesting things going on as well, but a little bit more within the normal Raid universe, as opposed to Astranyx just bringing a bunch of crazy mechanics to the game. So we're definitely gonna need to theory craft some of this stuff and dive in and kind of figure out some of the most optimal teams at the next launch of the Doom Tower. So let me know what you think down below. Which one do you think is crazy, or which one you think is going to be more difficult? I really enjoy getting your perspective as well. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.